To train your mind to attract unlimited wealth, it is essential to shift your mindset and cultivate thoughts and habits that align with the abundance you desire. The process begins with understanding that wealth isn't simply about money, but about a holistic approach to life, one that encompasses mental, emotional, and physical health, as well as relationships and personal growth. Our thoughts, feelings, and beliefs shape our reality, and by training your mind to embrace the idea of wealth in all aspects of life, you open the door to endless opportunities. It all begins with acknowledging the power of your thoughts. Most people are conditioned from an early age to believe that wealth is a limited resource, that only a select few can attain great riches, or that money is inherently evil. These negative beliefs are deeply ingrained in society, often passed down through families and reinforced by mainstream media. To truly attract wealth, you must first deconstruct these limiting beliefs and replace them with empowering thoughts. Your mind is a powerful tool, and just like any muscle, it must be trained. Reprogramming your mindset involves actively working to replace old thought patterns with new wealth-attracting ones. This process requires constant practice and vigilance, but with persistence, it becomes second nature. One of the first steps is to become aware of your thoughts around money and success. Start by paying attention to how you think about wealth. Do you feel deserving of it? Do you believe it's possible for you to achieve financial success? Often our subconscious mind holds beliefs that we aren't even consciously aware of, and these beliefs can limit our ability to manifest wealth. Take time each day to sit quietly and reflect on your inner dialogue. Notice any negative beliefs or fears that arise and gently challenge them. Affirmations are an incredibly powerful tool to train your mind. By repeatedly telling yourself that you are deserving of wealth, that you are capable of creating abundance, and that money flows to you easily and effortlessly, you begin to reprogram your subconscious mind. Use these affirmations daily, preferably in the morning and right before bed, when your mind is most receptive to new information. The repetition of these positive statements will gradually overwrite any limiting beliefs that are holding you back. Visualization is another key technique in training your mind to attract unlimited wealth. The more vividly you can imagine yourself living the life you desire, the more real it becomes to your subconscious. Spend time each day visualizing your ideal life, complete with the financial freedom you want to achieve. Imagine yourself living in your dream home, driving your ideal car, and traveling to exotic locations. See yourself interacting with like-minded individuals who support your growth and success. Engage all of your senses in this visualization process. What do you see, hear, smell, and feel in these moments? The more detailed and immersive the experience, the more powerful the effect it will have on your mind. Gratitude is another critical component in attracting wealth. When you focus on what you already have, rather than what you lack, you shift your vibration from scarcity to abundance. Gratitude sends a signal to the universe that you are already content with your current circumstances, which in turn attracts more of what you desire. Each day, take time to write down at least 5 things you are grateful for. These can range from the small, everyday blessings to the larger aspects of your life, like your health, your relationships, or your job. This simple practice can dramatically improve your mindset, helping you to focus on abundance rather than lack. Another key practice is to surround yourself with positive, successful people who share your goals and values. The people you spend time with have a significant influence on your mindset and your success. If you want to attract unlimited wealth, you must align yourself with individuals who are also focused on growth, positivity, and abundance. Seek out mentors, colleagues, or friends who are successful in their own right and learn from their experiences. Attend networking events, join mastermind groups, or participate in online communities where like-minded individuals gather. The more you immerse yourself in this environment, the more your mindset will shift towards success. Taking action is crucial in the process of training your mind to attract wealth. While it's important to visualize and affirm your desires, it's equally important to take inspired action toward your goals. The universe responds to momentum, and when you begin to take small steps toward your financial goals, you demonstrate that you are ready and willing to receive the wealth that you desire. These actions don't have to be large or overwhelming. They can be as simple as researching new investment opportunities, learning about wealth-building strategies, or reaching out to potential business partners. The key is to consistently move forward. even if the steps are small, as this shows the universe that you are serious about creating wealth. Part of attracting unlimited wealth involves managing the wealth you already have. This means being mindful of your spending habits and learning how to make your money work for you. Developing a budget, tracking your expenses, and saving a percentage of your income each month are all essential steps in the process. But even more important is developing the mindset of an investor rather than a consumer. Look for opportunities to invest your money in ways that will allow it to grow, whether that's in stocks, real estate, or other ventures. The more you can view money as a tool to create more wealth, the more it will multiply in your life. Building confidence is also essential in attracting wealth. A confident person believes they are worthy of success and can achieve anything they set their mind to. Self-doubt and insecurity are powerful blockers of wealth. So it's important to develop unshakable confidence in your abilities. This may involve stepping out of your comfort zone and taking risks, but it also means believing in your potential to succeed. The more you trust yourself, the more opportunities will present themselves to you. Another powerful tool in attracting wealth is the practice of generosity. While it may seem counterintuitive, giving can actually attract more wealth into your life. This is because generosity creates a flow of energy, and when you give freely, you open yourself up to receiving in equal measure. Generosity doesn't have to mean large donations or extravagant gifts. It can be as simple as sharing your time, offering advice, or supporting others in their pursuits. The act of giving shifts your mindset from one of scarcity to one of abundance, reinforcing the idea that there is always more than enough to go around. To reinforce your new mindset, it's helpful to engage in daily personal development practices. Reading books, listening to podcasts, and attending seminars on wealth creation can further solidify your belief in your ability to attract wealth. Education is a powerful tool for growth, and the more you learn about the principles of financial success, the more empowered you will feel to take the necessary steps to achieve it. As you continue to train your mind to attract unlimited wealth, it's important to stay patient and persistent. Wealth building is not an overnight process, and setbacks are a natural part of the journey. However, by consistently applying these practices, you will begin to see results. Over time, your thoughts and behaviors will align with the abundance you seek, and opportunities will begin to manifest in ways you never imagined. Another important aspect of this process is understanding the role of the subconscious mind. The subconscious is like a sponge, absorbing every belief, thought, and experience you have. It's responsible for much of your behavior and decision-making, often operating on autopilot. In order to attract wealth, you must work to reprogram your subconscious mind to align with your conscious desires. This can be done through techniques such as hypnosis, subliminal messages, or guided meditations that focus on wealth building and success. By consistently reinforcing positive beliefs about money, you can train your subconscious to believe that wealth is your natural state. Incorporating the law of attraction into your daily life can also be incredibly powerful. The law of attraction states that like attracts like. What you focus on expands. By focusing on abundance, you attract more abundance into your life. This means not only focusing on wealth, but also cultivating positive emotions such as joy, gratitude, and love. The more you radiate positive energy, the more you attract positive experiences and opportunities. Finally, trust the process. The journey to attracting unlimited wealth is not always linear, and there may be moments of doubt or frustration along the way. However, if you continue to train your mind and take inspired action, you will eventually reach your financial goals. Remember that wealth is not just about money, but about living a life full of abundance, purpose, and fulfillment. By training your mind to embrace this abundance, you create the space for wealth to flow into your life in limitless ways. In summary, training your mind to attract unlimited wealth is a transformative process that involves shifting your thoughts, beliefs, and actions to align with the abundance you seek. It requires self-awareness, consistent practice, and a commitment to growth. By practicing gratitude, visualization, affirmations, and taking inspired action, you can begin to create the mindset and habits necessary to manifest wealth in all areas of your life. Surround yourself with positive influences, invest in your personal development, and trust that the universe will respond to your efforts. As you continue to train your mind, wealth will naturally flow to you, bringing with it opportunities, success, and prosperity. Shifting your mindset is the foundational step to attracting unlimited wealth. It is crucial to understand that wealth is not just about money, it's a holistic experience that includes mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being. The way we think shapes the world around us, and by changing the way we think about money and success, we can begin to attract the wealth we desire. The first step in shifting your mindset is recognizing the limiting beliefs that you may hold about wealth. These beliefs could have been instilled in you during childhood, shaped by the people around you, or influenced by societal norms. For many, money has been associated with scarcity, competition, or even guilt. You may have heard things like, money doesn't grow on trees, or the rich get richer while the poor stay poor. These types of beliefs, often unconscious, create a mental block that keeps wealth at arm's length. If you were raised in an environment where wealth was viewed with suspicion or disdain, it's possible that your mindset toward money is based on the idea that it's hard to come by or that it requires immense struggle. You might believe that achieving financial success is reserved for the lucky few, or that financial freedom is out of your reach. These beliefs can be deeply ingrained in your subconscious, creating barriers that prevent wealth from flowing into your life. The first step to shifting this mindset is becoming aware of your thoughts about money. You have to pay attention to how you feel when you think about wealth. Do you feel anxious or doubtful? Do you feel deserving, or do you think wealth is reserved for others? It's essential to understand that these thoughts are learned and can be unlearned. The key is to consciously interrupt any negative thought patterns and replace them with positive, empowering ones. This shift requires self-awareness and dedication, but over time, your perspective on money will begin to change. A powerful way to reprogram your mindset is through affirmations. Affirmations are positive statements that you repeat to yourself to reinforce new beliefs. By stating affirmations such as, I am worthy of wealth, money flows to me effortlessly, or I am an abundant person, you are teaching your subconscious mind a new reality. These affirmations help to rewrite the story you've been telling yourself about wealth and success. The more you repeat these affirmations, the more they become ingrained in your thinking, and eventually they influence your actions and decisions. Visualization is another potent tool for shifting your mindset. Visualization works by creating a mental image of your ideal reality. When you visualize yourself already living the life of your dreams, surrounded by wealth, financial freedom, and opportunity, you send a clear message to your subconscious that you are capable of attracting this reality. Visualization helps to bridge the gap between where you are now and where you want to be. Imagine your ideal home, your dream car, your bank account filled with abundance. The clearer and more vivid the mental image, the more powerful the impact on your mindset. You are essentially training your mind to believe that these things are already possible for you, which aligns your energy with the vibration of abundance. It's also important to replace any feelings of lack with a sense of gratitude. When you focus on what you have rather than what you don't have, you shift from a scarcity mindset to an abundance mindset. Gratitude amplifies your vibration, sending a signal to the universe that you are appreciative of the wealth and opportunities you already possess. Even if your financial situation isn't where you want it to be right now, practicing gratitude for the small things, your health, your relationships, or the roof over your head, creates an energetic shift. When you feel grateful, you start to attract more reasons to be grateful, including wealth. Another important aspect of shifting your mindset is developing a sense of self-worth. If you don't believe you are deserving of wealth, it will be difficult to attract it. Self-worth is the foundation of all success. You must learn to see yourself as worthy of abundance and understand that wealth is not a reward for suffering or hard labor. It is a natural extension of the value you bring to the world. When you develop a healthy sense of self-worth, you'll naturally begin to believe that you deserve the financial success you desire. Furthermore, shifting your mindset requires a focus on growth rather than competition. A mindset of scarcity believes that there's only so much wealth to go around, and that in order to have more, someone else must have less. A mindset of abundance, however, believes that there is unlimited potential for wealth creation and that your success doesn't diminish the opportunities available to others. When you embrace this mindset, you open yourself up to collaboration, networking, and support from others rather than viewing them as competitors. Success becomes a shared experience rather than a zero-sum game, and this mindset attracts more opportunities for growth and prosperity. Lastly, shifting your mindset involves letting go of the fear of failure. Many people hold back from pursuing their financial goals because they fear they won't succeed or they'll make mistakes along the way. But the reality is that failure is a necessary part of growth. Every successful person has faced setbacks and challenges, and it's through overcoming these obstacles that they've achieved their goals. Instead of fearing failure, shift your mindset to view it as a lesson and an opportunity for growth. When you stop fearing failure, you begin to take more risks, make bolder moves, and ultimately achieve greater success. Shifting your mindset isn't a one-time event. It's a lifelong practice. It's about becoming conscious of your thoughts and continually redirecting them toward abundance, success, and possibility. As you practice shifting your mindset, you'll begin to notice subtle changes in the way you think, feel, and act. Opportunities will appear that you never noticed before. Your relationships will begin to improve. And most importantly, your financial situation will begin to transform, aligning with the new wealth mindset you've cultivated. In summary, shifting your mindset to attract unlimited wealth starts with awareness. You must be willing to examine your beliefs and replace any negative or limiting thoughts with empowering positive ones. Through affirmations, visualization, gratitude, and self-worth, you'll reprogram your subconscious to align with abundance. The more you shift your mindset, the more wealth will flow into your life. Remember, wealth is not just about money. It's about creating a mindset that believes in the limitless possibilities of abundance, growth, and success. Utilizing affirmations and visualization is one of the most powerful tools in training your mind to attract unlimited wealth. Both techniques are rooted in the idea that the mind can be reprogrammed to believe in a new reality, one where abundance and success are not only possible but inevitable. By incorporating affirmations and visualization into your daily routine, you create a mental environment that aligns with the wealth you seek. These practices are designed to reinforce your belief in your potential, helping to shift your thoughts and energy toward the manifestation of your desires. Affirmations work by directly influencing your subconscious mind. The subconscious is responsible for much of your behavior and decision-making, but it doesn't differentiate between positive and negative beliefs. It simply accepts whatever information you consistently feed it. By repeating positive affirmations daily, you begin to replace negative thoughts and limiting beliefs with empowering statements that support your goals. Over time, these affirmations shape your beliefs and attitudes about money, success, and your ability to achieve them. The key to using affirmations effectively is repetition and emotional alignment. When you speak an affirmation, it's not just the words that matter, but the feeling behind them. If you repeat an affirmation like, "I am worthy of unlimited wealth," but don't truly believe it, the affirmation will have limited impact. It's important to say these words with conviction and allow yourself to feel the emotions associated with the statement. Imagine what it would feel like to already have that wealth. How would your life change? What would you be able to do? How would you feel? The more you can tap into the positive emotions that align with your affirmations, the more power they will have in rewiring your subconscious mind. Visualization complements affirmations by creating a mental image of your desired outcome. When you visualize your success, you activate the same neural pathways that would be activated if you were actually experiencing that success. Visualization works by engaging your mind's eye, helping it to create a vivid, detailed picture of your goals as already being accomplished. This process sends a clear signal to your subconscious that what you desire is not only possible, but is already in the process of manifesting. The power of visualization lies in its ability to make your desires feel real. The more vividly you can imagine yourself already living your ideal life, the more your mind and body will align with that image. If you want to attract wealth, visualize yourself in a lifestyle of abundance. Imagine what it feels like to have unlimited financial resources. Where would you live? What kind of house would you have? What car would you drive? What experiences would you be enjoying? Picture yourself confidently handling financial decisions, knowing that money is always flowing to you effortlessly and without limitation. Visualization doesn't just help with clarity, it also increases your confidence and belief in your goals. When you see yourself already living the life you want, you start to feel more capable of achieving it. It shifts your energy and helps you let go of doubts or fears that might have been holding you back. To make the most of your visualization practice, set aside a specific time each day to practice. It could be in the morning as you wake up, before you go to bed, or during a quiet moment throughout the day. Find a quiet space, close your eyes, and let yourself fully immerse in the experience. The key is consistency. The more you visualize your success, more your mind will begin to align with the energy of abundance. It's also important to note that both affirmations and visualization are most effective when combined with action. While these techniques help to align your mind and energy with your goals, they must be accompanied by deliberate steps toward your financial success. This means taking inspired action toward your goals, whether that's learning new skills, networking, or seeking out opportunities. When you combine mental alignment with physical action, you amplify the manifestation process. Another way to deepen the effectiveness of both techniques is to incorporate emotion into your practice. Your emotional state plays a huge role in attracting wealth. When you align your affirmations and visualizations with feelings of joy, excitement, and gratitude, you send a strong signal to the universe that you are ready and deserving of the abundance you seek. Feel the joy of already having wealth and allow yourself to be swept up in the emotion of it. This emotional energy increases the power of your affirmations and visualizations, helping them manifest even more quickly. By utilizing affirmations and visualization regularly, you are reprogramming your mind to align with wealth. These techniques help you create a mental image of your success, reinforce your belief in your abilities, and create a sense of certainty that wealth is your natural state. Over time, as you integrate these practices into your daily life, your thoughts, feelings, and actions will begin to reflect the abundance you are attracting. Ultimately, the more you align your mind with wealth, the more opportunities will appear, and your path to financial freedom will become clearer and more achievable. Practicing gratitude and generosity are two powerful interconnected practices that can significantly enhance your ability to attract unlimited wealth. Both of these principles help to shift your mindset from one of scarcity to one of abundance. Gratitude opens you up to recognizing and appreciating the wealth you already have, while generosity amplifies that flow by creating positive energy and reinforcing the belief that there is always more than enough to go around. Together, these practices not only help you attract more wealth, but also create a sense of fulfillment and joy in the process. Gratitude is perhaps one of the most effective ways to train your mind to focus on abundance. The practice of gratitude involves consciously acknowledging and appreciating the blessings in your life, no matter how small. When you make a habit of expressing gratitude, you start to reframe your perspective. Instead of focusing on what you lack, you begin to see the abundance that already exists in your life. This shift in focus activates a powerful energy that draws more of what you appreciate toward you. When you are grateful for the money you currently have, for the opportunities that come your way, or for the relationships that support you, you signal to the universe that you are open and ready to receive even more. To incorporate gratitude into your daily life, make it a point to reflect on what you are thankful for every day. You can start by keeping a gratitude journal where you write down at least 3 things you are grateful for. These can range from the simplest things, like a delicious meal or a good conversation, to bigger blessings such as your health, your job, or your home. The key is to focus on the positive aspects of your life and take time to really feel the appreciation for them. When you shift your focus toward what you already have, you begin to attract more of it. Gratitude is not just a mental exercise, it's an emotional one as well. It's important to engage with the emotions that arise when you reflect on what you are thankful for. As you go through your gratitude practice, let yourself feel the warmth and joy that comes with acknowledging the goodness in your life. This emotional energy enhances the power of gratitude, as emotions are one of the most potent forces in the manifestation process. When you feel truly grateful, your vibration rises, and that higher energy helps to align you with greater abundance. The practice of gratitude also helps to remove any negative feelings you may have about money. For many people, money can be associated with stress, fear, or guilt, especially if they have experienced financial struggles in the past. By consistently focusing on gratitude for the money and resources you currently have, you begin to release any negative energy associated with wealth. This makes space for more wealth to flow into your life. For example, instead of stressing about a bill you can't afford, express gratitude for the fact that you have the resources to pay what you can, or that you have the ability to find solutions. This shift in thinking opens up new possibilities and reduces financial anxiety. Generosity is equally important when it comes to attracting unlimited wealth. At first glance, it might seem counterintuitive that giving away money or resources could result in attracting more wealth. But in fact, generosity plays a critical role in creating the flow of abundance. Generosity is about giving without the expectation of receiving in return, knowing that the universe operates on the law of circulation. The more you give, the more you create space for receiving. This principle is not just about giving money. It can also include giving your time, energy, expertise, or kindness to others. When you give freely, you signal to the universe that you are open to receiving, and this creates a reciprocal flow of abundance. Generosity is a mindset, not just an action. It's about shifting from a mindset of scarcity, where you hold tightly to what you have out of fear that there won't be enough, to a mindset of abundance where you trust that there will always be more. When you give, you reinforce the belief that there is no shortage of resources or opportunities in the world. You are contributing to the flow of energy which will come back to you in many different forms, including financial abundance. One way to practice generosity is to set aside a portion of your income to give away, whether that's to charity, to friends or family in need, or to a cause you believe in. If giving away money doesn't feel comfortable, you can start by giving your time. Volunteering your skills or helping others without expecting anything in return creates a sense of purpose and builds positive karma, which can attract good fortune into your life. The more you give, the more you shift your energy from a place of fear and lack to one of love and abundance. It's important to note that generosity doesn't have to be grandiose. Small, consistent acts of kindness and generosity can have a massive impact over time. A kind word, a thoughtful gesture, or offering help to someone in need can all be forms of generosity that foster an abundant mindset. When you give with a joyful heart, you release the fear and scarcity that often accompany financial matters, making space for more wealth and abundance to flow toward you. Generosity also helps to strengthen your relationship with money. When you give freely, you stop seeing money as something you must hoard or protect at all costs. Instead, you start to see money as a tool for creating value and making a positive impact in the world. This shift in perception can help you attract more opportunities to create wealth, as you view money as a resource to be used for good rather than something to be feared or avoided. Both gratitude and generosity help to cultivate an abundance mindset. When you practice gratitude, you train your mind to focus on the wealth you already have, while generosity keeps the flow of energy moving by giving to others. The more you cultivate these practices, the more you reinforce your belief that there is always more than enough wealth to go around, and that you are worthy of sharing and receiving it. To maximize the impact of these practices, make them part of your daily routine. Start your day by expressing gratitude for the blessings in your life, and end your day by thinking of one way you were able to give or share with others. The more you make gratitude and generosity a habit, the more they will shape your mindset, aligning you with the wealth and abundance you desire. In summary, practicing gratitude and generosity is a dynamic way to shift your mindset and attract unlimited wealth. Gratitude helps you focus on the abundance that already exists in your life, while generosity creates a flow of energy that attracts more wealth. Together, these practices cultivate a sense of abundance and trust in the universe, reinforcing the belief that there is more than enough for everyone. When you give freely and appreciate what you already have, you open yourself up to receiving more, creating a positive cycle that invites prosperity into your life. Taking inspired action is the bridge between your thoughts and your reality. While positive thinking, affirmations, visualization, gratitude, and generosity are essential to create the right mindset and energy for attracting unlimited wealth, Action is the vital ingredient that transforms dreams into tangible results. Inspired action is not just about taking any action. It's about taking purposeful, aligned steps that feel right, that resonate with your vision, and that move you closer to your goals. This process requires you to be present, intuitive, and decisive, while staying open to the opportunities that naturally arise as you shift into a wealth-attracting mindset. The key difference between inspired action and ordinary action is that inspired action is driven by a sense of alignment. It's action that feels good, that feels like a natural extension of your beliefs and desires. It comes from a place of confidence and excitement, not from fear, desperation, or the need to prove yourself. When you take inspired action, you're not forcing or struggling to achieve your goals. Instead, you're moving forward with clarity and purpose, trusting that each step brings you closer to the wealth and success you desire. To take inspired action, the first step is to have clarity about what you want. Without a clear goal or vision, you may find yourself taking random or half-hearted steps which can lead to confusion or stagnation. Defining what wealth means to you is essential, whether it's financial freedom, a certain income level, or a lifestyle of abundance. The more specific and clear your vision, the easier it is to identify the actions that will move you in the right direction. Once you have clarity on your goals, the next step is to tune into your intuition. Inspired action often feels like an inner knowing or an intuitive nudge. It's the feeling that something is right for you, even if you don't know exactly why or how it will work. Intuition is your inner compass guiding you toward the right decisions. It's not about following a predefined path, but rather listening to your inner voice and trusting that it will lead you in the direction of your dreams. Inspired action requires you to be present and aware. Often we get caught up in the idea of working hard or doing everything to achieve success, which can lead to burnout or frustration. However, taking inspired action is about working smarter, not harder. It's about aligning your efforts with opportunities that feel natural, fulfilling, and energizing. When you're in the right mindset and fully present, you'll begin to notice these opportunities more easily. It could be an idea that sparks out of nowhere, a conversation with a person who shares valuable insights, or a sudden inspiration to start a new project. Taking inspired action also requires a level of courage and self-trust. It's common to feel fear or self-doubt when taking the next step toward something big, especially when the action feels like a leap into the unknown. However, inspired action is rarely about comfort. It's about growth. It's important to embrace fear as a natural part of the process and push through it with confidence, knowing that each step you take is a step toward your goal. Trust that your actions will guide you to the right place, even if the full picture isn't clear at first. The process of taking inspired action is also deeply connected to timing. Sometimes the best actions you can take are not the ones that seem the most urgent or logical, but those that feel aligned with the timing of your life. There's no need to rush, and there's no need to follow someone else's timeline. Inspired action doesn't come from forcing things into existence. It comes from allowing the right opportunities to present themselves and then acting when the time feels right. Once you begin taking inspired action, it's essential to stay committed and consistent. Inspired action doesn't mean acting once and waiting for results. It's about keeping the momentum going by consistently taking aligned steps toward your goals. This could mean doing something every day that moves you closer to your vision, whether it's learning a new skill, making new connections, or taking a small step towards starting a new venture. Consistency helps to reinforce your commitment and makes it easier for the universe to deliver the opportunities that align with your desires. Another aspect of taking inspired action is staying flexible and open to course correction, even when you're taking aligned steps. Not everything will always go according to plan. There may be setbacks, mistakes, or unexpected challenges along the way. However, these moments are not failures. They are opportunities for growth and learning. When you stay flexible, you give yourself the freedom to adjust and pivot as needed, knowing that every experience is ultimately leading you toward your desired outcome. In addition to this flexibility, it's important to monitor your energy and mindset while taking action. Inspired action is not about forcing yourself to work harder or pushing past your limits. It's about taking action that feels empowering and invigorating. If you feel drained, frustrated, or overwhelmed while taking action, it might be a sign that you're not fully aligned with your desires or that you need to step back and reevaluate. Pay attention to how your actions make you feel. Inspired action should feel motivating and rewarding, not exhausting and depleting. A powerful way to ensure that you are taking inspired action is to create a plan, but one that allows room for flexibility. Outline the steps you need to take to reach your goal, but don't be so rigid that you overlook new opportunities or ideas that come your way. Your plan should serve as a roadmap, but be open to changing your route as you receive new insights. Remember, wealth is not just about money. It's about aligning with the flow of opportunities and trusting that everything is unfolding in your favor. When you take inspired action, you also build confidence in yourself and your ability to create wealth. The more you take steps toward your goals, the more you prove to yourself that you are capable of success. This builds momentum, and as you see positive results from your actions, you gain a greater sense of trust in the process. Eventually, taking inspired action becomes second nature, and you will find yourself attracting more wealth and opportunities with ease. In summary, taking inspired action is an essential part of attracting unlimited wealth. It involves aligning your efforts with your desires and taking purposeful, intuitive steps that resonate with your vision. By staying present, listening to your intuition, and acting when the time feels right, you move forward with clarity and confidence. Inspired action is not about forcing results. It's about taking the right steps at the right time, trusting that your actions are in harmony with the abundance you are attracting. Consistency, flexibility, and an open mind will keep you on the path toward achieving your financial goals. When you take inspired action, wealth doesn't feel like something you're chasing. It feels like something you're naturally attracting. Surrounding yourself with successful people is a transformative practice that can significantly impact your ability to attract unlimited wealth. The people you spend the most time with play a crucial role in shaping your mindset, behaviors, and ultimately your level of success. We are influenced by the energy, attitudes, and habits of those around us, whether consciously or unconsciously. By intentionally surrounding yourself with individuals who embody the qualities you aspire to develop, confidence, abundance, and success, you raise your own vibration and put yourself in a position to receive wealth and opportunities more easily. The concept of you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with is grounded in truth. Our thoughts, actions, and beliefs are often mirrored by the people closest to us. If you are surrounded by individuals who are growth-oriented, optimistic, and motivated, you are more likely to adopt similar habits and attitudes. On the other hand, if you are surrounded by people who are stuck in a mindset of scarcity, self-doubt, or negativity, it can be challenging to break free from those limiting beliefs and step into a wealth mindset. One of the most powerful aspects of surrounding yourself with successful people is the opportunity to learn from them. Successful individuals often have invaluable knowledge, insights, and strategies that can fast-track your own journey to wealth. By spending time with people who have already achieved what you desire, you gain access to their experiences, perspectives, and expertise. You can learn from their successes as well as their failures, using their lessons as stepping stones for your own growth. Whether it's their approach to risk-taking, time management, financial planning, or overcoming obstacles, the wisdom they offer can be a catalyst for your own success. Furthermore, successful people tend to have a growth mindset. They believe that their abilities, intelligence, and potential can be developed through hard work, learning, and perseverance. Another powerful benefit of surrounding yourself with successful people is the energy and motivation they bring. Success is contagious. When you are around driven, ambitious individuals who are passionate about their goals, their enthusiasm can inspire you to take your own aspirations more seriously. You'll start to feel more motivated to push beyond your comfort zone, set higher standards for yourself, and take the necessary steps to reach your financial goals. The energy of success becomes a collective force that fuels everyone in the group. Moreover, successful people tend to have a high level of discipline, focus, and commitment. These are all essential qualities when it comes to attracting wealth. Discipline is necessary for maintaining consistency in the pursuit of your goals, while focus ensures that you are not distracted by the noise around you. Being around people who practice discipline and focus daily can help you develop these same habits. You'll learn how to prioritize your time, set clear goals, and take consistent, effective action. Additionally, successful people often create opportunities for collaboration, networking, and mentorship. The more you surround yourself with accomplished individuals, the more likely you are to find new opportunities, whether that's through joint ventures, partnerships, or simply being introduced to the right people at the right time. Successful individuals tend to have strong networks, and being part of their circles allows you to tap into these networks, exposing you to new ideas, resources, and potential clients or investors. Collaboration with successful people can create a multiplier effect, where your combined efforts lead to greater success than what you could have achieved alone. On a deeper level, being around successful individuals can also help you overcome self-limiting beliefs. Many of us carry subconscious doubts about our own worthiness of success, especially if we've been raised in an environment where money and wealth were seen as something difficult to attain. However, when you witness others who have achieved what you desire, it becomes easier to believe that it is possible for you too. You begin to internalize the idea that success is not reserved for a select few, but is available to anyone willing to take the necessary steps. Of course, it's important to recognize that success doesn't just mean financial wealth. Successful people can be defined in many ways. They could be financially prosperous, emotionally intelligent, spiritually fulfilled, or leaders in their respective fields. The key is to seek out individuals who embody the qualities you admire and aspire to develop in yourself. Whether these individuals have mastered personal growth, business acumen, or work-life balance, their success can serve as a guiding light for your own journey. It's also crucial to be selective about the people you spend time with. Not everyone will serve as a positive influence on your path to wealth. Some individuals may be pessimistic, fearful, or resistant to change. While it's important to be compassionate and understanding toward others, you must protect your energy and align yourself with people who uplift, challenge, and inspire you. This may require setting boundaries and distancing yourself from toxic relationships or situations that hinder your growth. It's okay to outgrow certain connections if they no longer align with your values or vision for your life. One effective way to surround yourself with successful people is to invest in environments where these individuals congregate. This could include professional networking events, workshops, mastermind groups, or online communities focused on wealth building and personal development. Mentorship is another powerful way to immerse yourself in the energy of successful people. Finding a mentor who has already achieved the kind of wealth and success you desire can fast-track your growth and provide you with valuable guidance along the way. A mentor not only shares wisdom, but also provides accountability, helping you stay on track as you work toward your goals. Success can also be nurtured in everyday interactions. Even the people you encounter in your day-to-day life, such as colleagues, neighbors, or friends, can have a significant impact on your mindset and attitude toward wealth. By consciously seeking out conversations that encourage growth, positivity, and success, you raise your own standards and elevate your mindset. Look for opportunities to learn from those around you, whether they are successful in business, health, or other areas of life, and allow their positive influence to motivate you toward your own goals. In summary, surrounding yourself with successful people is a crucial step in attracting unlimited wealth. The energy, mindset, and habits of those you associate with profoundly shape your own success. By learning from others, drawing inspiration from their achievements, and aligning yourself with individuals who challenge and support your growth, you create a powerful environment for wealth and opportunity to flourish. Seek out people who embody the qualities you aspire to develop: confidence, discipline, and vision, and make an intentional effort to cultivate relationships with them. As you immerse yourself in these circles, your own path to success becomes clearer and the abundance you desire becomes more accessible. Trusting the process and being patient are fundamental principles in attracting unlimited wealth, yet they are often the most challenging to practice. In a world where instant gratification is increasingly the norm, it can be difficult to stay committed to long-term goals and trust that the steps you're taking today will lead to the wealth you desire in the future. However, the journey to wealth is rarely instantaneous, and embracing the process with patience is crucial for sustainable success. Trusting the process means having faith that every action you take, no matter how small, is leading you toward your goal. It involves understanding that wealth doesn't just happen overnight, but rather is the result of consistent effort, learning, and growth. Every step, every challenge, and every setback is part of the process, and it's easy to forget that these moments are shaping you into the person capable of handling the wealth you desire. When you trust the process, you stop rushing, stop forcing, and stop stressing about the timing. Instead, you allow things to unfold naturally, knowing that each step you take is an important part of the bigger picture. Wealth, especially lasting wealth, is often built over time, not through sudden dramatic shifts. Trusting the process requires you to accept that success doesn't always happen in a straight line. There will be setbacks, there will be moments of doubt, and there will be periods when progress feels slow. But it's in these moments that the process truly tests your resilience and commitment. The key is to continue moving forward with confidence, even when you can't yet see the results you're hoping for. As the saying goes, the seed doesn't grow overnight. Trusting the process is like nurturing that seed. It requires time, patience, and care, but in the end, it will bear fruit. Part of trusting the process involves detaching from the outcome. When you become too fixated on the end result, it can create unnecessary pressure and anxiety. Instead, focus on the journey and on doing the things that bring you closer to your goal each day. When you shift your focus away from the outcome and concentrate on the present moment, you free yourself from the stress of trying to control every aspect of the process. Let go of the need to micromanage every step and trust that in time your consistent efforts will pay off. The universe, or whatever you believe in, works in its own time, and often things unfold in ways you didn't expect. Patience is closely tied to trusting the process. Patience doesn't mean sitting back and doing nothing, nor does it mean waiting passively for things to happen. Patience is about having the calm and steady determination to keep going, even when you don't see immediate results. It's about understanding that great things take time and that success, wealth, and personal growth are not instant. With patience, you learn to embrace the idea that the road to wealth is a marathon, not a sprint. It's about taking consistent, inspired action every day and allowing the journey to unfold in its own time. Another aspect of patience is the ability to stay grounded and avoid comparing your progress to others. In today's hyper-connected world, it's easy to fall into the trap of social comparison. You may look at someone else's success and feel like you're falling behind, but it's essential to remember that everyone's journey is different. Your path to wealth is unique to you, and comparing yourself to others only creates unnecessary frustration. Instead, focus on your own journey. Take pride in your progress and celebrate each milestone, no matter how small. There will also be times when doubt creeps in. Maybe things aren't moving as quickly as you'd like, or you're faced with unexpected obstacles that make you question your ability to succeed. This is when trust and patience are most important. The key is not to let doubt or impatience derail your efforts. When you stay focused on the process and maintain a positive, optimistic mindset, you create the conditions for your goals to manifest. Understand that obstacles are often there to teach you valuable lessons that will ultimately strengthen your ability to manage and sustain wealth. Trust that everything happening is part of your growth and is preparing you for greater success. A helpful way to cultivate patience and trust is to celebrate progress along the way. Instead of waiting until you've achieved your ultimate goal, acknowledge and appreciate the smaller wins and the growth you experience each day. Perhaps you land a new client, learn a new skill, or find a creative solution to a problem. These incremental victories are all part of the process, and they signal that you are on the right track. By celebrating these moments, you shift your energy from impatience and frustration to gratitude and positivity, which naturally attracts more of what you want. Another powerful practice for building trust in the process is to focus on self-care and mental wellness. The journey to wealth can sometimes feel overwhelming, especially when it's not unfolding as quickly as you'd like. In these moments, it's important to take care of yourself and maintain a healthy balance. Practice mindfulness, engage in activities that recharge you, and take breaks when needed. When you prioritize your well-being, you're better able to stay patient, focused, and resilient throughout the process. At the same time, being patient doesn't mean being passive. It means continuing to take action in alignment with your goals, even when results aren't immediate. When you trust the process, You understand that success isn't just about doing a bunch of things and hoping for the best. It's about taking inspired action, learning from your experiences, staying consistent, and staying true to your vision. With each step, you gain more knowledge, refine your strategies, and increase your readiness for greater opportunities. Ultimately, the path to unlimited wealth requires a combination of trust, patience, and persistence. You must believe that you are worthy of success. Stay committed to your vision and keep putting in the work, even when the progress feels slow. The key is to trust that every step, even the setbacks, are part of your growth, leading you toward the wealth and success you desire. Patience is what allows you to stay steady and focused, even when things are not happening as quickly as you might like. When you trust the process and allow time for things to unfold, you create the space for the wealth you seek to manifest naturally, effortlessly, and sustainably. In conclusion, trusting the process and being patient are crucial ingredients in attracting unlimited wealth. Wealth is built over time, and the journey to financial success involves consistent action, resilience in the face of challenges, and the faith that everything is unfolding as it should. By focusing on the process, remaining patient, and staying positive, you allow yourself to enjoy the journey and trust that the results you desire will come in the perfect time. The key is to stay committed, stay aligned with your vision, and trust that your hard work and patience will ultimately lead you to the abundance you deserve.